I'm not one to brag, but after last year being called among the best events in franchising, we are returning with FRANCAMP. But there's a big shift, which is why Charles is on here, is the two companies, ours, 1851 and Internicole Law Firm, have partnered to be partners in the presentation of the camp. And I think that's an important thing to call out. Charles, what was your motivation in saying, yes, we can partner on building an event together?
Well, I mean, last year's event was a great experience in terms of the collaboration, the feeling everyone had, and quite frankly, the outreach that we've had throughout the year. Since last year's event, I've received every month a number of reach outs of, hey, Charles, when's the next FRANCAMP? Or I heard about FRANCAMP, and I'd like to come. And then from there too, we spoke with everyone at the event. And again, FRANCAMP it's more than a conference. It's boot camp. It's action focused. We want to achieve specific goals. And when I was listening to feedback, one of the things that was being shared with me was so many people go to some great conferences, and there's great conferences in the franchise industry, but the difference was FRANCAMP was more actionable. We're going in with a specific task. We're going to work together. We're going to build the framework for action steps that are going to be taken over the next couple of months, and to keep, improving our brand assets and growing.
Yeah, I think the big takeaway that I'm hearing is we actually got takeaway from it. And given, like, when I'm at a franchise event or any conference, period, I have my notebook, I write down ideas. Some of them I'll go implement. It gets my brain going, but it's not direct, go do this to get this. And so, one, I'm super excited to be partnering with you on this event because I appreciate you as a person and obviously as a colleague in franchising. But I'm also excited to give our clients and non-clients, your clients and non-clients, an opportunity to see what it feels like to go through exercises that lead into progression for a business. So Chicago, which is in September, we'd love to have you join. Register now on the website. Is designed on building the brand story, your foundational elements, so that when we get to Miami, you're able to take those elements and cross-apply them into your plan for 2025. Now, while we would love for you to attend both, and there's going to be value in attending both, if you are only able to come to Miami, it won't be an issue. We're going to do preliminary brand workshop to get you prepared. It's not going to be like Chicago, but it will give you a pretty solid roadmap. So obviously, Charles, a lot of this programming you've worked with with your clients. Do you want to give a sense of what we'll be working on?
Yeah. So no matter the size of the brand, no matter the business, right? Franchising, non-franchise, but in this case, emerging brands, mature brands, one of the issues that comes up consistently is the continuous evolution of your brand assets, your brand story. How do you keep amplifying things and what those assets are? And so this FRANCAMP event, Chicago, it's about building and deploying that brand story. And this is more than just a copy of your website. This is really aligning everything that your franchise is offering, your brand positioning, your franchisee transformation, who you are, what you do, and why you are a compelling franchise opportunity or a compelling investment for your good fit franchisees. So Chicago's event, we have a structured format where we're going to go through and everyone's going to work toward building those brand assets, that brand story. Which there's tremendous value, right? Because it's one thing to get an idea and then go back. And when you're sitting there by yourself, you're alone, that's much harder. So we're going to start building out those assets at the event.
Yeah. And obviously there's fun too. I mean, camp is not just like grinding through your brand story. It's also building lifelong relationships. And we saw that out of the first FRANCAMP. It gave these people this connection. And I see photos of many people who have attended with other people that they had not known beforehand, and that was great. That means lifelong relationships are built from this. We're going to go opening event to get to know the people, specifically in your group and the camp in general. The next day is a hard workshop followed by an event at night. The last day, we're doing franchisor hot seats to be able to present what you've learned. We're very excited for that. And then we end it with an optional Cubs event if you're in Chicago. So we've packed in a whole bunch of stuff over the course of really 2 days. And we're trying to make this different. From a price standpoint for franchisors, it's like those like Save the Gorilla infomercials that are on late at night for just $2 a day. Basically what FRANCAMP is, you're going to get resources that are far more valuable than $2 a day. And that's what we're delivering at Chicago and Miami. Any final closing thoughts, Charles?
Yeah, it's going to be a great event. It's going to be a lot of fun. And again, this is not theoretical. Part of the collaboration, part of the fun is going to be working with other franchisors, being in those hot seats, being in that environment, and then relaxing for great dinner, drinks, and Cubs game and some other good stuff.
That's going to be a good time. So we hope you join us. Reach out if you need more information. Charles and I are very easy to find online. Either find us or message us through the website. And we look forward to seeing you in Chicago and hopefully Miami as well.